Jesus commands us to love God, love others, and make disciples of Him. Worship is the heart of church. Small groups are the backbone. New Testament church, a model for today's church. Acts 2:42. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and prayer. The New Testament has a strong emphasis on the fact that God has not called us to be Christians in isolation, but in relationship with one another. Small groups were a way of life for the early church. Doing life together is what enabled the early Christians to authentically live out their faith. Church growth begins with small groups. Smaller families within larger church family. Meet for deeper friendships. Get close enough to know each other. Living life together through the ups and downs. Grow in our love for one another. Have Bible-based discussions to apply biblical truth to real-life situations. To care and share. To challenge and support. To confide and confess. To forgive and be forgiven. To laugh and weep together. To be accountable to each other, to worship, for prayer.
We grew up in a Christian family and attended church for most of our lives. We got married in '96. We were very comfortable going to church at our convenience. Otherwise, we were at soccer tournaments and outings with our friends.
We were focused on worldly possessions and way of life. The challenges of marriage entered our lives early on. Our pasts, backgrounds, differences, values, goals, lifestyles clashed. We were at the point of giving up on our marriage. We didn't know who to turn to, especially with too many people in a church setting.
Then we joined a young couple's small group in 2002 under the leadership of Stephen GHAC. Through small group, we became more knowledgeable about the Bible and learned to build a closer relationship with the Lord. More importantly, we attended marriage conferences and learned about our God-ordained roles, which played a vital role in helping us work on our marriage.
Over the years, small group became our family. Our small group members were people in our lives that kept us accountable to God. We needed godly people in our lives to give us godly advice during the difficult times of our lives. God changed our lives dramatically to focus on Him and His kingdom. Then, God called us to be small group leaders in 2005. We took TE together as a couple and grew closer to one another. To this day, our small group have grown and flourished under the guidance of God. We are who we are today because of God's blessings and because of the godly brothers and sisters that surround us.
Our small group, Companions for Christ, exists as a caring support ministry for families to reach out and encourage everyone to live out their faith by serving God and one another. Our vision is to keep Christ at the center of our marriage and families by applying the Word of God to live a life that is reflected upon Jesus and to multiply and make disciples. Small groups are God's gift to foster changes in character and spiritual growth. Join a small group today.